Okay, let's pass this one. So we have data. Let's create the drive first. So let's go path. Okay, let's create a new project. XML to struct. XML example. Fine. I can't think of a good name. Okay, save this. Save it as random text on the desktop. Let's move the file here. Let's call it example XML. Okay. All right, let's go. Lazy. Okay, start up Visual Studio. And okay, here we are. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. I don't even know where to start. XML. Whatever. Okay. So first thing first. Let's init git repo. Let's start with these initial ones. Okay. Initial. Let's go. This will be our new package. This is what we want to do, and this is the name of the package we want to use to generate our go struct. So copy, go get, go. So okay, so it's there. So what we want to do is, by default, we read from standard input, and let's try to output to standard out. So for our test, for our example, okay, so it will output a go struct that looks like that. I don't like that, or the chi prefix. So let's do it like I don't know. I don't like any prefixes. Prefix go away. Prefix. I don't want this. The one JSON in the pretty print JSON. I don't care. No pretty printing. Okay. What did I do? Ugh, that doesn't look nice. Prefix struct name must start with a capital. Why do you insist on? Why do you insist on starting with this? Let's try at X. No, you don't like it? -C -G is output. WC, what's W? Fine. Okay. That looks better. Okay, this is the command line we want. So to look like at least some go struct that we can actually use. So let's output this as go struct XML struct go. Oops. Example XML output to XML. Okay, so what we have here is at least that looks decent. Huh, it actually outputs the Go code to actually generate all these things. Cool. Holy cow, it actually does everything here. Okay, it's not even formatted properly. What the heck is this formatting? Ugh, what is this formatting? This formatting sucks. It's my first time using this library, so bear with me. Let me see. How does this work? Oh wait, there's an error. Expected package found it. Okay, fine. This file is causing trouble. Remove this thing. Much better. Save. Okay, fine. Yes, that looks like it's actually generated full code. I have no idea why is it actually like that. Some of it looks a bit buggy, so I have no idea. This is my first time using that, so I may be wrong. I'm just randomly hacking it, so until it works. The field name here looks a bit generated wrong. Okay, let's go. Go run. I don't even know whether this works or not. What? Seriously? Okay, fine. Convert to JSON. I have no idea what this code is doing, except that it's actually passing this. So the most important thing for this is that if you look into the example XML from here, the structure of this is way too much to actually code by hand. Of course, you can actually hand code all these things just to actually make it work. But the idea is that we are using a tool. So to actually generate this structure, this is what we're actually looking for anyway. So that this Go structure on the left is corresponding to the proper XML annotation text there, so that the Go XML unmarshaller will be able to take that particular XML and put into this Go struct. So that means your code would need to be able to be following the struct that we actually see from here. So, but for better or for worse, this particular tool actually gave us the rest of the program. Looks like it. We don't have to use this. This is actually the main package. I suppose it just means is that there's actually, it generates some code that you can actually use immediately as an example, for instance, which probably helps us. But if you want to do something more about the things that after you finish, like for instance over here is that you can see that the decoder, after decoding that, you actually get you a struct that I'll just print out everything. Wow, I'm not sure when it works. Okay, what is this? I have no idea. And you can see that some of the functions is actually to be able to convert from XML to JSON. So one of the debugging tricks that we could do is this, that we change this to JSON, so that at least we mentally can see that whether it's actually useful or not. But in our example from here is this, it looks like they managed to be able to pass the G feed burner and G version. Why is G feed burner over here? How does it, the example actually looks like? G feed, where do you actually get feed burner? The heck is this? This is wrong, mate. Wrong. So it managed to basically unmarshal all the unimportant stuff. So the command we ran here is, yeah, it's probably wrong, and it thinks it's actually this one. So let's remove this. What? Only one of this. What is this? One of WCX. What does it do again? First time I'm using this. I normally use something else. But the idea is the same, is that you do not want to write your own Go struct when you have very complicated XML, because you tend to screw up if it's actually complicated, and this is actually makes your life much easier. So sorry, let me read this. Unmarshalling basically means decoding. Unmarshalling is just a Go term to mean in other languages, like for instance PHP JSON decode or XML decode, or apa, the unserialized. In Python will be not unpickable but unmarshal as well. I think Python. I'm not sure what do they call Python, but basically to convert from one encoding to another. Yeah, I think Eric would be able to explain this better. Anyway, where am I? Let's get this. I have no idea how to write this. Go structs, right? Only write go structs. G. Okay, doesn't like this G. Ugh, something works. Does it work? Well, looks like it works. I'm not a big fan of the code, but it looks like it works. Yeah, if you notice, what I just did was basically save to this, so we will reformat this so that it looks nicer. Let's try this. Just run the damn thing. Oopsie. Ah. It doesn't work the way I think it works. Anyway, what's the data that we want to be example of output? Let's have a look at this. For instance, the last build date and then the actual description of stuff. So is description actually unmarshaled over here? It is. It's under channel. So if unmarshal this you should actually grant the title. Yeah, I know. Let's try to get the title out. So the default generated program in this case for the main function doesn't really do what we want to do. So over here you can see that blah 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 so much. So we get that after we decode the reader, where is unmarshal? Ugh. Let me read the generated code. Okay, number boolean, set the boolean, set this one, decoder, reader, read this one, counter, we don't need to counter. I have no idea why the decoder is actually even here. XML file close, XML file close. Where is the one that actually reads the file? I have no idea what the heck is this code. Why do I need to decode this? Just to be able to handle the feed. Okay, that's the way they do it. Okay. One level down, decode element. Oh goodness gracious. Why the heck they bother? I have no idea what this code is supposed to be doing. Let me read. So it decodes element one by one. Why? It's doing some name spacing as well. Generic reader, blah da 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 da. We don't really care. Screw that. Let's start our code from here. So XML new decoder plus new XML new is new to me. Never seen this before. Normally we just use this. Oh, okay. This is actually doing things one by one. Stop that. Let's do the whole thing. So reader is actually the reader interface, right? Okay. You know what? Okay, let's try hacking things through. Blah. Yes, it's dead code. Let's go. Thank you so very much. Okay, so we are here. Okay, ignore the generated code. Let's do our own code. So we want an XML unmarshaller. So I don't know. XML unmarshal. So oh, it's the data. Let's read everything first. Okay. Data equals to buff.io. How does it work again? Buff.io read all. What was a read all again? Go lang read all. IOUtil. Keep forgetting that. Read all reader byte. Okay, error page. Okay, so data equals to XML data, XML bytes. Basically, XML bytes equals to our reader, which is what the heck is a generic reader? Okay, generic reader is the IO reader, so it's someone else's code. So I'm just using that. So reading from the generic code reader. So what we want is what was that? IOUtil read all. Was it read all? Read all, capital A. Read all reader and error. Okay, read all reader, read all reader, XML bytes error. Here we go. If you notice, I never bothered IOUtil import. I just saved the file. It just entered. Yeah, well, it just works. It just works. Let's try this just in case. I'm a lazy guy. XML bytes. So to make sure that we are actually reading the right file. Ugh. Why do I keep misspelling this? Okay, so we basically managed to read this. Okay, so you can notice the XML bytes is basically the file that we actually read in. XML bytes is what we want to work with. So with XML unmarshal, the bytes, okay, you can see from here the interface, this one. And what we want is that we actually expect this to be part of the structure, which is a channel. So the main structure is over here as a channel. So how does this work? XML unmarshal. I get lazy sometimes, so we just golang XML unmarshal. It's faster to Google. Okay, the exact syntax we just keep forgetting. So examples. Of course, you unmarshal into the channel. Duh. So we want a channel. Okay, channel is a channel. Channel is a channel. Okay, fine. C, which is the data channel, is our channel. So is it spelled channel? There you go. Our type is channel. Okay, so this type is channel. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. Cat. What was I? Channel. Going up there. Where was I? Channel. So channel equals to channel. And unmarshal this channel. Okay. Error equals to this one. Okay. If error, we already defined this one. Error if error not equals new. Can't unmarshal for whatever reason. Otherwise, let's try, because we are lazy guys. What was it again? Hash, is it hash p? Something like that. Was it? Channel. Okay, let's go. Oops. Where did I go wrong? Okay, I don't this. Can't unmarshal. Thank you so very much. So there was some problem unmarshalling, but you can see that some of the data is actually unmarshaled from the can't unmarshal because in XML. Oh, I don't think it likes the header. XML header. XML header. I'm not sure whether this actually because of this. Let's try to save it to a different file called XML. Save it as example to. I'm not sure whether these two pieces of code is actually causing issues. Let's try this. Can't unmarshal for whatever reason. I'm a lazy guy, so can't unmarshal, comma error. Show me the error. Stupid name spacing. Screw you. XML, go and die. Okay, XML atom link with the tag. This one conflicts with tag link empty. That's the problem. The XML definition sometimes they have conflicts. Channel field atom then link with tag. This one empty. It gets easier when things actually. Let me see. Let's do the hard way. Screw you guys. Main channel field if this one is conflicts with this one empty. I don't care. Cat. Can't unmarshal because the generated code doesn't like certain things with the atom link. You know what? Screw you guys. Sometimes we don't want to care about this thing. Go away. What? Screw you. I don't care about the things I don't care about, so okay, it doesn't like the dang XML tags in the beginning. So basically is that this is actually the things is actually screwing things up because of all the additional XML tags and marshalling. Do I need to actually do an escape? You start and end with a person on the example. Over here is this. So if we want to ignore the structs, do we have to do it? Yes, I know it's RSS. I don't care. Somehow it must is when unmarshalling, it doesn't like the additional stupid XML tags. How do you ignore the tag when unmarshalling? I'm not here to debug your code. I'm here to parse XML. So let's go. These bloody namespaces are causing some stupid issues. Okay, so without modification, how do we actually get at and actually bypass the XML style sheet using Cheatly? So we already did that. Unless you have to marshal it XML struct one by one, as mentioned from here, which is no, I don't care. It's a generic reader, has suffix. Oh, okay, automatically unzip. Yeah, very cool. Yes. Yeah. It's doing name spacing. What is one level down? Let's try this first. The original one goes with one level down. So how the heck does the one level down works? One level down stream. Doesn't look right. I don't want to count. Okay, so it's basically one level down is what we want. So the problem is that we pass it one by one. Here's the issue of XML this one, because this particular file is not pure just the XML tag we're actually looking for, because like for instance the original example from here, you can see that it starts with a person, ends with a person, without all the fancy XML tags in the beginning. This one, so our code, the normal unmarshal, would work if it just starts with the channel. So it actually starts with the channel. It's missing an RSS. Ask who that. Why is it missing an RSS? Oh, because it's missing this tag. Okay, that makes sense. It's this tag that was actually screwing things up. So RSS is this one. So screw this one. So one channel down. Either we handle RSS or channel from here. So that was the bug, as you correctly mentioned. So we enable our block first. What we want is not a channel, but we just want a pure RSS from here. Fine. Nope, that's not what we want. That's not what we want either. Oh, is that? That might actually work. RSS.channel. Okay, so it looks like once we reach here, RSS is already what we actually want it to be. So if we unmarshal, somehow magically the RSS is actually fed into the Go struct, starting with the Go struct RSS.channel. So we presume there's actually there's channel title. If channel title, okay, let's try channel.title. Channel.title, let's print channel.title. There we go. The title is Reuters Business News. We got that correct. So if you are too lazy, because most of the structs here, I have no idea how to actually serialize this easy for us to be able to read. So what we are going to do is this, rather than reading and actually handling all these things, we know that somehow inside this Go struct and the Go variable RSS is somewhere we have the data. So what we want to lazy is we just marshal RSS into a byte array. Does it? I forgot how does it look like. Marshal. Okay, so it's interface byte and error. Okay, so interface out error, and we just want the output. Yes, we didn't. Oops. There we go. Okay. There's another trick. I can't read this output. So pretty print. Okay, pretty print output. Fine. What? Oh, okay. Because we did the blah here, so remove the blah. What did I do wrong? It's correct lah. Oh, okay. So just for debugging, we know that we managed to feed the XML into Go, and then from Go somehow it just to debug, because we want human readable format, we output to JSON just to unmarshal this. So to marshal this to RSS. So yep, so we got this one and we have everything here. So we are using JSON over here just to be able to see how the structure looks like. So you know that in our data, which starts from RSS, channel, copyright, text should get you the all right reserves, etc. But let's just say that we want to look through everything under the feed. So this is the one. There's nothing interesting here. Okay, so all the items are the ones of interest. Okay, so we the channel feed info, I suppose. JQ. We can just use JQ to actually loop this up. So use JQ to debug JSON, XML. Great. So what we want is I don't even know whether this works. Item is not defined. Fine. Channel item. Channel. What do you mean you know channel? Does it work? I forgot how to use JQ. Screw this. What do you mean I didn't create a struct? One line. Struct. So I mean this. Let's pretend we just want to go through this one. Okay. So we know we RSS. We have a channel. So ignore this RSS channel. Was it items? Oh wait. Okay, channel feed, we don't care about feed. Channel info, no, we don't care. Channel item, so we want to go through channel.item, so let's output everything from the channel item. We don't care about this marshalling either, so we just want the output of the channel. Fine. Happy? Great. The items are there, so we need to iterate through the items. Okay, so that means that for item in range RSS channel the item, so we are actually iterating through this one. So we in Go we can just print all the channel information, so we know this is actually the all of the items inside the channel. And let's just print it out. I can't read this. Fine. Right there. Set early one. I think so. I hate XML. So main item category description is description. I hate category description. Okay, fine. So we need to print out, let's just say print out this one, print line. So I dot description, I dot, what was that again? I dot category, let's go. Here we go. This is what you want. You don't even need this, do we? I don't want to see dash J. Fine. I hate XMLs. What the heck is this? Oh, okay. This is one of the items and the description, which is actually an HTML encoded in XML. Great, no wonder. XML, I mean HTML within the XML. So there you go. So we have code to, in this case, to iterate through every single item and print out the description, which so happens to be in HTML. If you want to do any further processing, you convert the description from HTML into some other things. But let's just say that we just want a category because description is too long and uninteresting. Category. Okay, so business news. So we have 1, 2, 3, about 10 business news we can actually print from there. So the idea is just that you use, if you have a very big, in this case more than 100 lines of XML, you do want to make sure that and you want to be able to pass through just about everything in the XML structure, save it to a Go structure for future more processing that you want to do. You use Cheatly to be able to do all this Go struct for you. Because if you have a more complicated is a more complicated XML, you do not want to write all of these things by hand. Writing these things by hand is well, you'll go insane trying to write these things by hand. So that means is that, okay, again, we can convert the XML into a Go struct. We can convert that particular Go struct to JSON, as you can see from there, so to be able to see how it looks like and actually debug that. So one of the use cases that if you want to, let's just say, add another new item or change an item in that particular things just to be able to print out. Let's say we go back to our example. So from our example from here, let's run it through. Where's my program? The main program right now, again, to read all the file inside a couple of bytes, we unmarshal the bytes into one Go struct, which is actually an RSS. Inside RSS contains everything in Go that is similar and same as what was originally in the XML file. So if we print out every single category from here, you can see that yes, we're printing out all these categories are business news. Wait a minute, let me check the category. What is a struct? Category is an item of text. Category.text is this. Okay, fine. So if you notice, all the categories we saw there is actually of business news. Let's change it to let's just say that we want to be funny. Let's say category, we change all of the categories to category.text equals to fun news. Okay, so all the business news are fun news now. So rather than checking out how it looks like, let's just say that you want to change all your business news to fun news. After you do all your conversion, you marshal this RSS same Go structure into JSON, so you'll be able to it's easier to read when everything is actually in JSON, and you just print out this particular output. Actually, marshal intent in, how does this work again? Okay, fine. I think it's like that. So it looks nicer. Ugh. Of course. Okay, there we go. If you notice, what happened over here is that we just changed the category, all of the category text to fun news. Okay, so this is how it looks like in the JSON equivalent. Should we ever want, for instance, oh, I don't want JSON, I just want XML. XML looks nicer for whatever reason. So let's not change this one. Let's change this particular one to say XML, Marshall, and RSS. There we go. There we go. So if you output this particular code, you can notice is that the output right now, it is actually the Go struct in the XML format. What's the difference is that, okay, rather than JSON, we use the XML marshaller. So the internal structure is still RSS. You get this really hard to read XML version of this one. So it's actually pretty hard for us to read. So another trick that we normally do is that we just output to just any this one, and we just run JQ on this, so to pretty print this, so that we can. It hates me. Oh wait, out JSON is actually an XML. Goodness gracious. Fine. Do we have a XML pretty reader? An easy way to verify and read XML. I hate reading this XML. Let me think. Ugh. Anyway, this is not JSON. This is actually. So the output of XML looks like. Oh, okay, this is bad. Okay, we output this. We don't want this business news. This is actually the output of after we use the Go code to change every single channel items category to fun news. And this is, oh, I can't read this. There we go. You can see that the text of category is now fun news. There we go. Yep, this is how you handle. But the takeaway from this is that number one, you use a tool. In this case, we are using Cheatly. There's a few other tools there. But the idea is like this. We do not want to handwrite the conversion from XML to Go. We use a tool to generate boilerplate code. So the boilerplate code, the most important part of boilerplate code is these Go structs. This is what we want, including the height in the XML, the JSON version of things. If you want to change, you can actually change from here. You don't want to write this by hand because you will screw up. And when it comes to XML unserialization, if you notice is that in an XML you can have a language, Text means the text that's actually inside the language tag. So if it's actually an attribute under RSS, for instance, these are the attributes. This is how the Go structure is mapped to the XML because of the way XML are. You don't really care if you just use this code to be able to generate this, and you save you a lot of hassle when you're handling large XML types. Of course, this code can be a lot simpler, but it's just a method of scaling up to handle complicated stuff. And once this is actually done, the actual code to handle all the magical XML stuff is literally these two lines. Well, of course, the error handling as well. Is that we take the top level, the structure in XML. In this case, is that the original one, which I missed and actually screwed up, is RSS. So the top level tag is RSS. So over here is just that we want to find out what is actually inside the RSS. After we unmarshal the XML bytes, which is the contents of the file, the content of RSS will become whatever you want. Okay, you get it. And then yeah, you can just, it's a Go struct. You can iterate through there, you can do anything you want, you can remove items, you can do things. And finally, you want to convert that to JSON, you can just JSON marshal. We use JSON marshal indent so that it looks nicer without using JQ to actually make it look nicer. Or you want to convert back to XML, this is how you do it. So one of the use case of this particular way of doing things is that if you ever want to do some XML processing and you don't want to use XSLT, one of the ways you can do is just that you unmarshal it, play around with it, you marshal it again, and you just write it out. And this is a boilerplate code. Okay, that's it for today's stream. I think it's a bit all over the place. I might, this code sucks, but I might commit this after I clean it up sometime later, but it's a bit late and I'm a bit tired. Okay, good night everyone.